Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for Bloggers Blurb with Josh Lockhart. And we got some kind of cool things to talk about here to start this blurb.
It's a cool thing. First, the blue hair. Is that where you wanted to go?
There
first?
you go. How about that blue hair?
Oh, it is something. Like, I knew they had blue hair. You've seen the pictures of it. Sorry, we're talking about the Thundercats.
Yes,
so
that's right.
Right. But it's something else seeing it live. That is blue.
It is blue, and I don't know if you were here way back when, but I remember the Dynamiters in the first round. Sennett Patton, Dooley.
Oh, the
Hubshirt,
half red,
half red, half black.
I remember, that was my first year supporting the Dynamiters. Yes,
yeah, that was pretty cool to see, and I guess they're in the spirit of that over there in Creston. And no dyed hair for the Dynamiters, but they're playing match for match here tonight against the Thundercats. So it's been a good game.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic game. And it's a 5-shot difference, but it's been really close. Now, it was amazing just trying to walk over from the media side to this side, how many people have stopped me. But depending on who you talk to, the officiating's been great, and it's been terrible, which always happens. The Kimberley fans are upset about the goaltender interference call that they felt should have been a penalty shot or something along those lines, stripping. And the Creston fans, I think it's been more with the linesmen. There's been some frustration with that. But anyway, there's always something to be upset about with the officials. But I know I've been kind of, I don't want to say unfriendly, but I always need to remind myself that these are Junior B learning how to officiate officials as well. So,
yeah, and you're right, Dan. I mean, I think these guys, they don't get paid a whole lot. I'm sure they come to these games and try to officiate, and we're never, everybody's never going to be happy with that, right? But you're right. The offsides or not the offsides, sorry, but the face-offs. I guess they're a form of art, and they really had to be followed there in the first period.
Yes,
there was quite the delay.
Yeah, a little bit more of a science too, and an art. But So the other thing I wanted to mention was just. The league came out with division semifinal stars. Now, it looks like they had differentiated that one was more than the other. Like, James Farmer was a star, but there's his name listed and then a space between the other three as if he was the preferred one. But I thought they were just naming a star from each of the series, and those were the division stars. But whatever. So, James Farmer, who's been outstanding. If you go back into the regular season, he's on a 10-game point streak, 16 points in the playoffs so far, and he's been in on 11 of the Dynamiters' power play goals. So he's, as any forward, going back to defense, you don't like that, but he's really showing that he belongs on the back end and is almost a Drew Doughty on the back end, or Brent Burns right now, I think is the NHL comparison. I
got to mention too, James Farmer, clutch, a very big leader on this team. But coming into the playoffs, where the Dynamiters had a pretty weak, January, February.
Yes, they did.
They had a streak there of some tough games, and James Farmer kind of picked up the team and carried them into the playoffs on a high note. And he just continues to put the puck in the net or get assists. So one of the leading scorers in the playoffs so far, and. It's no surprise a good leader like that is going to, take the ball by the horns.
Absolutely. Now, on the other side, there's...
Or the cat by the ears, I guess.
Yeah, the Thundercat by the ears.
That's right.
Speaking of the cats, Thomas Kinkovich was the star of their series. He had 4 goals, 8 assists in 4 games. So... that's impressive.
Yeah, no kidding.
And one of those was a game-winning goal as well. So now Kankovich has been a little bit quieter so far this series. It's really been Wilkie who scored a goal tonight, and Anselmo who scored. Was it Anselmo? I'm totally gapping now. But who scored 2 goals on?
Oh yeah, on
Wednesday there.
Yeah,
I think it was Austin Anselmo. I could be totally wrong, and someone will correct me, I'm sure, but I believe that's...
And I honestly can't read Jim's writing, and I don't even know who scored the second goal there.
Oh, the second goal. That was Wilkie. The second goal was scored by 71.
Oh, it was okay. Yeah.
Who I want to pronounce as Kaleniuk, but I think it's
Kaleniuk.
Kaleniuk. Yeah.
That's what we say, and we're always right. So
always. So that's those pieces there that I want to highlight. Now there was something else you wanted to talk about. I can't remember.
Yeah, I just think this series is very evenly matched so far. The skill for skill, the talent for talent. What sides would you watch? What things would you watch on for other? They're obviously different teams. They got different skills, but they're both fast skating teams. They both got a lot of talent. Do you think that the age factor and the, I guess the experience on the Creston side might overwhelm the Dynamiters at times?
Yes. So where I would say I'm noticing that is the Thundercats are doing a great job of stick handling their way out of their end when they're breaking out. That, for me, has been impressive to watch on their end. And Kimberly has been sending 3 players in on the forecheck. So that's where I'm afraid Kimberly could get burned, is when Preston stick handles around those forecheckers, and then they've got a 3-on-2 or 2-on-1 going down the other end. So that, for me, is where I'd be watching the Thundercats, because that's been their strength. Kimberly, they're facing Brock Lefebvre, who is an awesome goaltender. Nothing against Campbell. He's a rookie this year, but Lefebvre's been around a couple of years. We've seen him. We know he can be consistently a brick wall. So you got to keep firing shots at him from any angle, which is what Fernie did against Campbell in Game 6 last week. They just fired from weird angles, and they were able to beat Campbell. It's the same thing with Lefebvre. You've just got to fire the pucks on net.
Yeah, and you're right. They're 2 great goaltenders, but a seasoned veteran is Brock Lefebvre, and when he's healthy and on his game, like you said, he's a brick wall in there.
Yeah. And
Campbell's showing he's playing shot for shot here tonight with them, being really severely outshot the other night. Right. At one point, it was, I think, 28-9 or something like that. And Campbell really kept him in the game.
And we were doubled. It was like 46-21 or something like that in shot. So that was a very impressive game for Campbell. So even though it was a 4-1 loss, I was still really impressed with his performance. So it's been, he's been great since that 6-5 loss to Fernie. Ever since then, Campbell's put up his own brick wall.
Hey, you're right.
Done his job to keep the Dynamiters in the game.
And that really does say something about Campbell being a rookie this year in the KIJHL, coming from the AJHL, and really solidifying his job as the number 1 goaltender here and rebounding like he did, and to win the series, in the next couple games after that, showed that he's a good goaltender, and he definitely needs a good nod out to him too.
Yeah. Now, one thing that a parent stopped me, there was a Dynamiter player who broke 2 sticks during that period, Tyler Van Steinberg. Apparently it's his birthday in a couple days, I think on Sunday. So she would like to start a GoFundMe to replace those hockey sticks.
They're so not cheap anymore, are they?
No.
Wow, yeah, no kidding. I'll go GoFundMe, everybody listening here tonight. Let's get that started.
I just told her, whatever you got him for his birthday, return it and get him hockey sticks.
Yeah, maybe Trevor can send him a couple back over here too.
Yeah, totally.
Right on. Well, we talked about a few things here tonight, but one thing I got to mention is, everybody talks and ramps up about the Fernie Ghost Riders Kimberly Dynamiter rivalry and how the fans come out in droves for those games. I am really impressed here. Great coming out for a bunch of Creston fans, and the Nitros fans are here as usual. So I'm very impressed by this crowd.
Absolutely, and I'm impressed with just the fans that have turned out from Creston as well. Yes. So and their banner waving or flag waving fan is here, and him and I have somehow become friends just because we're the fans of the other team.
That's right, frenemies. I saw your tweet. And Brooke Andrusiak, I think is how you say that.
Yeah.
And I talked to him earlier there too, and he's pretty pumped to be here.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of laugh and you banter back and forth.
But we do.
One of my best friends is a big Flames fan, and I'm a Canucks fan. So
well, that's too bad because I'm a Flames fan.
Well, jeez. Not frenemies, I guess.
There
right?
we go.
There you go. Right on. Well, thank you very much, Josh Lockhart, for Bloggers Blurb tonight. Thanks for listening, everybody. Get ready for the second period.